My name is Kendra Williams, and today I'll be showing you cuttings from my poetry, my prose, and my dramatic interpretation. To start off, I'll be showing you a cutting from my prose. To tell you the truth, I haven't received love from my mother and father from birth. To be real honest with you, I've never received the real love, most ever in my life. Believe it or not, people look at me now and think, what a hot life I must have lived. I survived. Tina Turner, queen of rock and roll, has had a career that has lasted over a half of a century. With 8 Grammys to her name, she has become one of the most impeccable female rock artists of all time. However, behind the glitz and the glamour, there's quite a different song. I, Tina, by Tina Turner. One Saturday night, I got permission from Ma to get all dressed up in some of her clothes and go out. When we arrived, boy, it was jumping joint. I turned the kings of rhythm. They were almost as big as the Beatles. When I got up on stage, he picked up his guitar and hit one note. And I thought, Jesus, listen to that guy play. I also thought, God, I wonder why so many women like him. He sure is ugly. But I kept listening, looking. I almost went into a trance just watching. I wanted to get up there so bad. So I got up on stage and I grabbed the mic and I started singing. Big wheel keep on turning, proud baby keep on burning, and we're rolling on the river. And when I was done, I goes, girl, I didn't know you could sing like that. It was the first time I ever felt like a star. It made me feel important. And that kind of confidence was a foundation for me. For the first time in my life, a family kind of love. Yeah, I felt love. Became addicted to it, you might say. And now, I'll be showing you a cutting from my poetry. I stand on a battlefield among an army of red and an army of blue as I ask you, what are you fighting for? This 4-foot by 4-foot concrete block you're arguing for is merely a prison without bars that still manages to arrest you by confining your mind, and you allow this corner to define you. And now you're redefining yourself by calling yourself a street corner entrepreneur. As I ask you, what are you fighting for? You see, now you're standing on corners that I used to call my own corners, and I once considered a safe zone. But now, I'm too afraid to let my mother walk to the store alone because these streets, they're covered with cowardly, fake gangsters And I'm angered at that nonsense. I mean, that rag on your head is somehow keeping knowledge from seeping into your brain. Don't you see that you're dying for nothing rather than living for something? And you're self-destructing and screwing your own self over as I ask you, what are you fighting for? What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? These illustrious words written by Langston Hughes in his poem entitled Dream Deferred express what happens when a person's dreams are placed out of reach. Does it result in anger or acts of violence? In my collection of poetry, we will explore the perspectives of 4 Americans living in the 21st century ghetto, a place where dreams remain to be deferred today. Raising in Darkness, a program. Won't stop fighting till I'm free. Raised in a city of fallen angels where people ain't scared to bleed. This ain't living. I mean, we taking because ain't nobody giving. America's just a rich man's vision, but a poor man's prison. Folks that lost hope and stopped trying. The world's dying, you know, too many browns and blacks in the system, victims of legal sins. In the courtrooms, praying for mercy when condemned by evil men, my homies dying. Over hundreds and fifties, they crucified Jesus Christ, shot Malcolm X in the chest, gave Nelson Mandela life, and Pac died at 25. Biggie died a year younger. All my life I've been broke. I'm motivated by my hunger. But that's just the mindset of a soldier. I told my mama, bury me with a 357 just in case God's tripping and I don't get into heaven. If you send me to hell, then oh well. 'Cause I just did 19 years in the ghetto. And it don't get much harder than that. I mean, if there's a God, where is he? And finally, I'll be showing you a cutting from my dramatic interpretation. You can hear it in my views. You see, all of my songs are mirrors, letting me look at myself, and what do I see? Rage, honey, ooh, I'm just plain evil. Mama Lou says, it was my rage that made my music special. She always said, don't hold back off those notes and sing like your life depends on them. It turns out, mine did. Sammy Davis Jr. once said, Etta James's expressive voice and exquisite dramatic timing could even make angels tremble. Etta left her larger-than-life footprint on music history, which led to her induction into the Rock and Roll and Blues Hall of Fame. As she gets ready for her final performance, she tells us that it was her yearning for affection that led to her rage to survive, by Etta James. Now, growing up, I had 2 mothers. There was Dorothy and sweet, sweet Mama Lou. Dorothy was a starstruck teenage beauty who wasn't ready for a baby. She always said, if it weren't for you, I'd be singing with Lena Horne or dancing with Josephine Baker. Please. I saw Dorothy as a distant goddess, a starlet that couldn't be touched, couldn't be understood. Oh, I couldn't even be called by the name Mother. Sometimes I tie a string around that big diamond ring that Dorothy wears, and I clutch it so hard that my fingers hurt. You know, in my little girl mind, that string, it'll keep her close to me and keep her from running off into the night. But then I'd fall asleep and she'd be gone. And I'd just start crying and crying, and all of a sudden, it's your sweet Mama Lou. There she'd be with her old Lady Charlotte and her two fat braids hanging down. Hallelujah, I've been saved. Now, Dorothy introduced me to the First Premium Baptist Church, but Mama Lou, she was the one that introduced me to Reverend Burnham. He had one of those go tell it on the mountain voices, and when he sang, the saints, honey, would faint. One fine Sunday, he must have been smoking one of those funny cigarettes, because while he was up there waving his arms, praising Jesus, underneath his robe, visible to the whole gaping congregation, he was as naked as a peeled banana. That knocked Mama Lou out cold. But I knew I wanted to sing like that, with that much force. So one day, Mama Lou tells me to stop chirping for him, and so I did, and when I was done, he goes, girl, that thing like that, sang. Oh, Mama Lou was just beaming with pride. Oh, and this led to me signing with Chess Records, one of the biggest record labels outside of Motown, and pretty soon they wanted me to open at the Apollo for Dinah Washington. But I was afraid to leave Mom. You see, she was strong in spirit, but weak in body, being a diabetic. So right before showtime, it seems they found her on her kitchen floor. She had suffered a massive stroke. And so we rushed her off into the hospital, and Dorothy comes in there and she says, you get your fat ass out there and sing. So they placed the radio by my Mama Lou's bed, and I sang for her one last time.